going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today, we've got the Mumbai Indians versus the Kolkata Knight Riders, where Kolkata have let this one slip. This was theirs to win. It was won. They had won. They had won the fucking match. They only had a target of 153 to chase. I mean, it was on a nice pitch. It was on a friendly pitch. Yes, it wasn't the easiest of pitches to go out and bat on, but it definitely wasn't the hardest, that's for sure. You know, there wasn't underlying cracks everywhere. It was a nice pitch. You know, it was a good bowling pitch, good batting pitch, good all-around pitch. I would have rather batting on the pitch, to be dead honest. I'd rather be chasing 153 than make 153 and then have to defend it, that's for sure. Rahul Chahar, man of the match for the Mumbai Indians. I thought Dre Russ was pretty unlucky not to get man of the match. But hey, Chahar bowled beautifully. Dre Russ only bowled 2 overs, but I guess when you lose, you don't really get man of the match, do you? And that's the way it should be. I think if you don't win, then you don't deserve man of the match. Unless you have like a big ton like the guy against Punjab the other day. What was his name? Don't know, can't remember. I know, was it Samson? I can't even remember. But hey, Mumbai Indians win by 10 runs. Kolkata let this one slip. The Mumbai Indians were sent into bat first. Robbie Sharma gone. Chopped on. Was that his second chopped on? I know that's Pat Cummins. That's the second time he's bowled to someone and they've chopped it on for a wicket this season. So Pat Cummins is he's swinging the ball nicely, putting the ball in some beautiful gaps. You know, Pat Cummins puts the ball in a weird position for batsmen. You know, in Test cricket, you leave that delivery every day of the fucking week because it's just in an unknown area. So you just leave that. In one-day cricket, you could almost leave that as well. T20 cricket, you can't be leaving deliveries that are not short but not full. You have a swing at it, it's either going to be knocked on or it's going to be cover-driven for 4. Cover-driven for 4. And unfortunately for Rohit Sharma, he was batting okay. He was actually batting, quite nicely, and unfortunately finds the inside edge onto the stumps. Quinton de Kock replaced Chris Lynn at the top order, right? He didn't play last match, Quinton de Kock, yeah? And now they took out Chris Lynn, who made 49, and brought in Quinton de Kock, who made 2. So they could have used Chris Lynn. I know they won, but I think that's really unlucky for someone like Chris Lynn who makes 49 and then gets dropped the next week, doesn't play, or the next game. Yadav, I want to say his first name, Suryakumar Yadav, 56. Damn, he reminds me of Hardik Pandya. And, Rohit Sharma, I mean, damn, he's a nice batsman. I didn't know a whole lot about him, to be dead honest with you. I knew in previous years he's been a very, very good batsman, but I didn't know he was like this. I didn't know he was that nice like this. Some of those helicopter shots were disgusting. And when I mean disgusting, I mean beautiful to watch. Ridiculous. I will look forward to watching a bit more of him. Ishan Kishan, bring in Chris Lynn, I reckon. I wish Ishan Kishan played for Mumbai Indians, so we could easily just be like, Ishan, out mate, Moses Umrique's in. But then again, you can't have 5 overseas players, so I guess not. But Hardik Pandya, 15. Look, it's just not ideal, is it? But he'll bounce back. He's a class player. Kieran Pollard, gone by Dre Russ. This is where the big fifer for Dre Russ. He took out fellow West Indian Kieran Pollard. I'm sure they're best mates as well, because I would be. They seem like very alike, personalities and whatnot. Kieran Pollard gone for 5, and this is where Mumbai, I thought they started pretty nicely through Sharma, Yadav, even I guess little ones from Pandya and whatnot, but they're starting okay. Then their middle order just fell under pressure. Like you go Kishan, Pandya, Pollard, Pandya, Marco Jansen, and then the bowlers, but They had to find a little bit more there. Look at this. They were losing wickets, and I thought they're going to run out of steam here. 126, and then they hit some runs, but it just losing wickets. There could have easily been a 165, 170. But hey, they still got the win. Harbhajan Singh bowled 2 overs. I want to see Harb get some. I want to see him get a wicket. Okay, I want to see him get a wicket. Bowl him more, please. This guy, Varun, we're just going to call him Varun. We're not going to try his last name. I do know a story about him. I know that he's been a very economical bowler, I believe, and I've seen some stats on him. Look, I'm not going to dig too deep. Some people can just let me know, of course, because if I say the wrong thing, damn, in the comments, I'm going to get fucking destroyed. I'm joking. You say whatever you want to me. Shakib Al Hasan. Look, Shakib Al Hasan is just such a good player, but I mean, he actually bowled pretty well, pretty economical. So I actually don't have a lot to say about it, to be honest. Pat Cummins, 2 for 24 off 4. Beautiful. Krishna, that's not great. 1 for 42 off 4. But he was the only bowler to go over 30 runs. So you probably take that if you're a Kolkata fan. And Big Dre Russ, the 5 for 15 off 2 overs. Bowl the Big Dre Russ more, please. He's a big tail-ender destroyer. Bowl him more at the end. Kolkata, target of 153. And if you guys, as I've said before, I do have a soft spot for Kolkata. I did really want to see them kind of get a win. I wanted to see them win. Especially after Mumbai dropped Chris Lynn. I was like, you know what? They're going to regret that decision. They almost did. They almost regretted it. Nitish Rana, batting beautifully. That's a great 57. You probably, if you're asked, I know an opener, but you're probably just wanting to try and go on with it. It was a few shots. The shot to get his 50 was a pretty lucky shot to even get 50, but yeah. Well, now this makes sense why Rahul Chahar got man of the match, because he took the first fucking top 4 out. So no, I take back what I said. He definitely deserved it. Gill was batting beautifully. He hit some beautiful shots. 33 though. One of you have to go on here. If you want to get this win, one of you have to go on and get a 70 plus, because this lower order sucks. It sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it underperformed. It's actually such a classy, it's one of the best middle orders you could ask for in T20 cricket, but it failed. And when it fails, it looks very, very bad, disgusting, down tremendously, makes me want to throw up. Damn, I need a sip. I need a sip of my coffee, sorry. My fucking throat. Delicious. Oh, I totally forgot my face cam. Hopefully my face cam hasn't blocked anything. We'll just leave it where it is. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's move it. Meow. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. We're not even going to edit that out. Fuck it. And I was talking about this middle order. Tripathi, not good enough. Some silly shots from Kolkata. They had this game won. This game was over. This game was in their hands. It was on Kolkata's bat to easily go on and win. Owen Morgan, Tripathi, Shakib Al Hasan, Dinesh Karthik. I mean, he went not out, so that's okay. Big Dre Russ, silly shots. They played silly shots, shitty shots that they shouldn't have been out. They should have just been knocking over singles, knocking over twos, hitting the boundaries when they were there. They don't need to go for 6 every ball. The game is in your balance, fellas. I know I'm not a fucking coach, and I know you guys are getting paid millions when I'm sitting here doing it for nothing. But come on, it's just common eye fucking cue for cricket. You had to just knock the ball around. The game was won. It was not good enough. Dinesh Karthik, Dre Russ, 9. Pat Cummins, beautiful delivery from... they needed like 13 off 3. Pat Cummins got bowled first ball. Harbhajan Singh hit a nice little 2. We love to see it. Didn't even know he could still bat, to be dead honest. I thought he'd need a runner out there for him. Someone to run between wickets for him. He'd say, oh boys, I'm not running. Give me a fucking spell. I'm like 622 years old. The bowling figures, Trent Bolt, absolute class. He was great the first game, and he was great in the second game, Trent Bolt. He's one of the best bowlers in the league, isn't he? Marco Jansen, he bowled okay. He bowled nicely. None for 17 off 2. I'd love to see Jansen bowl 3 or 4. Maybe you don't bowl Kieran Pollard. And, like, I don't know. I just don't rate Kieran Pollard as this big bowler. Like, I just don't think he's got the bowling in his capacity anymore. Like, yes, I'm not saying he can't bowl if needed, but sometimes I just wouldn't even bowl him. I think I'd rather have Marco Jansen bowl 3 overs than have Kieran Pollard bowl 1. And Rohit Sharma bowled 1 over. I'm guessing that was the first one of the innings, but still, like, I would rather Marco Jansen bowl another over, to be dead honest with you all. Bumrah, none for 28 off 4. It's okay. We still love Bumrah. Krunal Pandya, 1 for 13 off 4. Very economical. Beautiful. He bowled tremendously. Kieran Pollard, as we spoke about. Rahul Chahar, man of the match, 4 for 27 off 4. Bowled awesome. And the skipper, Rohit Sharma, none for 9 off 1. Don't know why he bowled himself, but hey, that's going to cap it off, guys. The Mumbai Indians get the win. Very, very lucky. Mumbai Indian fans should be very lucky that they got this win. You should be licking your lips. And Kolkata Knight Riders fans, you should be pretty upset with your middle order because it wasn't good enough. It did not stand up when you needed it to. You paid the big bucks to Morgan, Al Hasan, Dinesh Karthik, Andre Russ, even Pat Cummins. You know, I've seen what he can do with the bat. I mean, it's not really Pat Cummins' fault because he came in and all he had to do was swing. But, you know, Tripathi, these guys are getting paid the big bucks, and you're letting a 12-year-old Shubman Gill beat you all out. So, I love Shubman Gill, but some of these guys have to stand up. And I'll be keeping a bloody eye on you guys for next match. But hey, that's going to cap it off, guys. The Mumbai Indians win by 10 runs. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.